So
But
much.
moving into back to formula, there was only one topic that could make the list this week after its reveal. Are you good, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm just like, dog, like you have to
Pokemon.
show people respect, man. Tim, I'm mad for you, bro. I'm not gonna even say anything with the Pokemon.
So the Pokemon Day got announced, got revealed. We got a glorious 19 minutes of reveals and nothing but announcements to cap off the 29-year legacy of Pokemon. And with that being said, I'm just gonna cue up some music for Tim and just let him,
No,
you
no,
know.
yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll go
No,
straight ahead.
hold on, bro. I gotta let you get, let you get your bars off for a second, bro. Hold on. Give me just a second. Give me just a second. Okay. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, I had some real good, like, heavy time to really come at this from a very balanced point of view. Ultimately, I gave Pokemon Day a 6 out of 10. A 6 out of 10.
Gracious.
For one, like, okay, you mean to tell me you took a year off? Or actually, you know what? Let me scale it back a bit. They covered their bases, yes, because I know they've been heavily focused about their multiple properties because, Pokemon has expanded so much. So everything is about the online trading card game and all the other multiple side spin-off games that they have, like Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Sleep, Cafe Remix, all that other good stuff. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But the main thing that people have been wanting to see, okay, it got broken down into two. One was something we were expecting. The other one was more of a leaked surprise that people didn't really know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk about the leaked surprise. Like, okay, so you're bringing back the Pokemon Stadium formula, and especially how things ended with Ash Ketchum because somebody posted that picture where he had all three gimmicks that he could use. But then now, of course, there was one gimmick that was introduced after that. Okay, yes, people have been asking for this. Like, with all these gimmicks that you have out there, can we get a battle system that you could utilize all four? So, okay, you check that box off. Pokemon Champions is here. You could Gigantamax. You could, well, actually, they didn't show that. You could use Mega Evolution. You could use Terrastal. We didn't see Gigantamax, Dynamax, or like Z moves, but I'm pretty sure that they are there.
Mm-hmm.
Then my thing about it is, okay, cool. That's fine. That is completely fine. It was a simple trailer. Got past that. Now here comes the next big installment for the Pokemon franchise. And I do consider the Legends game a big installment because they play a very particular role. You mean to tell me after a year of just radio silence that this is all you had to show? The biggest red flag for me was when I woke up and I found I was like, wait, it's only 19 minutes? I was like, no. Bro, if this show was not an hour, it's a waste to me. Like, yes, you showed a trailer. It's very pretty. I mean, I do like the graphics. I guess this is like their last big thing that they're trying to do for the Switch.
Pretty's not the word I would
The
have
starter
used.
choices of Chikorita,
That's not the word.
Tepig, and of course,
The goat. The goat of the second generation.
Total Dial. It was very interesting choices. And of course, the internet went into a craze of, well, what happened to Seneca? I was like, bro, did you not play the last game?
And hear what happened to him.
But that was
behind
very
the
interesting, though.
scenes.
Like, why you chose two Johto starters? Because a lot of people thought they were going to follow the Legends Arceus formula, where you chose a Gen 2 starter, a Gen 5 starter, and a Gen 7 starter to like continue the cycle. But you gave us two Johto starters and a Unova starter, which I guess is like that Johto Unova bait, because technically people have been wondering, like, are you ever going to revisit still games? Whatever. Okay, yeah, the battle system, you now have free movement to a degree. Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah.
My only thing with this particular title, bro, is like, okay, I get it. This is technically after X and Y, which, that's the first time, Pokemon started to do the whole Europe scene. especially how X and Y ended, and it was cut short because they were just moving on to other things. You mean to tell me the basis of this whole story is us within this one city in an entire region?
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, I guess the details will unfold over time, but then a lot of the story speculation is that it's like, no, bro, like that's a disservice. Kalos had so many different landmarks. And my thing about it is like how well, Legends Arceus also had legendary Pokemon. They had one new legendary Pokemon that you could capture, and they had some other legendaries that you could capture. You mean to tell me I'm supposed to catch all those majestic Pokemon in this city?
Maybe. I mean, there was a little warp
And I get
portal
it,
to the roof, right? So there might be a little warp zone where you fight
but bro, it's like there's just
between
some things
dimensions.
that there's just some things that Legends Arceus did that I love so much, and I was hoping for the next game in the franchise, with this type of way of storytelling. I was hoping for more. I was really hoping for more, like give us more clarity about. Because first of all right, yeah, you showed megas, but like it's like, bro, you ain't shown no new megas. Like if you at least show me 2 new megas to get excited about something, it's like the biggest excitement people are having that is causing a whole Twitter discourse is the starters. People are thinking like, oh, are these starters going to get megas, or are they going to get regional forms? It's like, oh, like we just had a whole debate in the chat, like, well, what are their final forms are going to be? But it's like, bro, after a whole year off, that's all you got.
Mega for
It's like what Thanos said. After all that, for one drop of blood, and that's how I feel. That's how I feel. I get it. Pokemon has their loyalists, and they're going to always support and be excited because yes, they've been denied for a whole year. Like they're in a drought. Like they're thirsty for water. They want something to just grab hold to. And I get it. Maybe it's our mindsets that we've seen this from the beginning, from the very beginning. But it's just I was not pleased. I was not pleased after a whole year.
Bad. 6
No,
ain't bad.
I gave it a 6 because they covered some bases. They covered some bases. Pokemon Stadium, I'll call it Pokemon Stadium 5, technically.
Blasphemy.
When you really look at this.
Blasphemy.
No, I mean, it really kind of is. Kind of. I mean, well, there's only one trailer, just like how you said. They only showed CGI.
When they said that it was, when they first announced that it was coming to mobile and then the Switch family, I said, oh, that's it.
I thought it was cross-platform.
It is cross-platform.
Okay. So, well, I guess I probably missed that part. Okay.
Which tells you
we'll see how it develops, because I do think they're trying to, like how Jory said, they are like a lot of these companies, especially coming from the East, they are trying to stick to mobile stuff. I mean, like I said, the trading card game. When I first wait, the trading card game is getting mobilized. Like you can buy packs online. Like, bro, I felt the kid version of me like tugging on my parents' pocket. I need $5 more. I need $5 more. It's like bro. If you and Daisy have a kid and get Pokemon, bro, bless your heart.
Not in my household.
Because that trading card game is banking. So like obviously they do see the potential of their mobile elements. We'll see how it plays out. I mean, that's me being hopeful. But like I said, my focus was Legends ZA because it's like, this is it, bro? Like that's really just it. Like, you mean to tell me I'm supposed to capture Tyranitar in the city?
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to capture whatever hidden legendary that y'all might throw at us last second in this city? Like, no, bro. Because I kind of feel like, once again, you're cutting this region too short. And then, depending on how this goes, you're just going to jump into Gen 10.
Probably.
Crazy. On Articuno in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
Wild.
And Frank, you got any thoughts before I
I mean, the only question I got for Tim is, why would we give you what you want? Why? I don't know, man. Like,
because all right, to go back to our point, like, because first of all, especially after
there was a
all
point.
that
I'm there's a point that you made in the chat where you were talking about the regions, and you were hoping that it was bigger. I was like, man, I don't even know the depths of what that game is. But when you said that, I looked at the map and I said, yo, you saying that, it points out everything. That's problematic.
Yeah, very problematic, bro. Like, yeah, we don't know if it opens up later or not, but I kind of feel like that's something you should have clarified after a whole year. Like, after a whole year, because, like, I get it, bro. Like, people keep saying, like, you know what, especially when Pokemon was starting to enter the open world. I don't know, maybe if they have fears after what happened with Sword and Shield, Legends, Arceus, and even Scarlet and Violet. It's like, well, bro, you're clearly trying to milk the last Switch out until y'all figure out how y'all want to do the Switch 2. But my thing about it is like, you mean to tell me after 3 games, I don't know if y'all trying to make this one like a short and sweet Legends game, but I was like, bro, I'm not feeling the fact of I'm just confined to the city. That is going to get old so quick. So it makes me think about what is the length of this story. But then people's like, oh, but then, you know, it's based off Paris. What if there's a whole thing about catacombs? Like, yeah, you're underwater.
There'll be catacombs.
Yeah, there'll be catacombs. I guess you're gonna bring the dive mechanic back or whatever. But it's just like a entire story confined to a city, one city. Like, think about it is like in X and Y, you had multiple cities with different flair and flavor. You had a tundra over here. You had like a jungle here. You had an ocean that had some mythical Pokemon like lore connected to it. And it's like, you mean to tell me I'm not going to see none of that? Because if this is truly after X and Y, which it is because of a particular character that they showed in the trailer, which I'm happy for, that man deserved a happy ending.
Yeah, I'm glad there was some lore clarification of like, okay, we're not just going to abandon these storylines for these characters. That's cool. I do not give Pokemon Day a 6 out of 10. I'm not even, y'all know me. I thrive on disappointment. I'm a Digimon fan. Pokemon Day to me, Pokemon Day to me as an outsider who was brought back in by Tim on the 3DS era, this was like a solid 3 to me. This was the bare minimum boys back at it again when it comes to this game, in my opinion. Like, the fact that like you guys couldn't even commit to doing a true successor to Pokemon Stadium because you've seen the success of the Pokemon Trading Card Game. So like,
actually, technically, they already have. No, technically, like Pokemon Battle Revolution was technically a successor to that.
What system was out for Tim?
3DS, I believe.
Exactly. We've had the Switch for 8 years.
Okay, true.
That's what I'm saying. Like to me, again, who has had to deal with tempering my expectations for the things that I like. I'm like, if Digimon had access to the money that Pokemon had when it came to resources,
true,
you guys would be getting far better games. If the creators of the Digimon team were ever allowed into Game Freak Studios, your minds would be blown at what they could do with a little bit more budget. So when I see things, when we're talking about the trailer, and we're seeing an Onyx the same size as Shaq. And I think back in my head as a kid, when I thought about how cool a rock snake looked, even on the Game Boy, and then you told me that he got even bigger and his name was Steelix, just to show me that.
Yeah, because that's what it makes me think. Like, if we're in this city, are Pokemon going to get scaled down?
Oh, absolutely. I think that's why they showed Onyx. Like, temper your expectations. They're not going for scale. And then I showed you the clip from the Digimon game where I'm like, yo, where Garurumon is all 8 feet tall, standing next to Metal Greymon, who's 10. Because those things matter with these creatures. So to me, I'm like, here it is. You've had a year off. Power World is on y'all behind, whether y'all want to admit it or not. They're doing once they figure out an engaging gameplay mechanic.
And it's just gonna get Fortnited into.
Yep. You might as well pack it up.
Yo, you mean to tell me this fake Snorlax with an AK-47 could be my homie?
Right, who's helping me build a cottage, and then I'm training Leomon on the side.
I'm trading Leo.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like
Blaziken Mon on the.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, for me again, I'm like this is like to me. I'm like this has felt like it's kind of like when someone's like at the gym and they do like half their reps. Like they're working out, right? There's effort being made, but I'm like, yo, you're supposed to get to 10. You have 5. Like, come on, let's put the rest. That's what Pokemon Day felt like to me. I'm like, it felt like I'm here, I'm present, but I'm not active.
Yeah.
And like you said, after a year off to get like, yo, our last Legends game is going to be on the Switch 1, the game that we've been struggling with this entire generation.
Yeah, because now it's like, because I remember some person was talking about, oh, but then, they're going to go even harder for the 30th. I was like, 30th? You mean to tell me I got to wait till whole next November? I mean, February? And then like with this whole one, now we got to wait for these random monthly Pokemon presents if they decide to do one for more updates about a game that took a year off of updates already.
And given the track record of what they've done, what makes you think they're going to try next year based on what they've done?
Yeah, like Pokemon has hit like a very copy paste, rinse and repeat type of formula. Yes, they have some moments where they do innovate, but it's just like now it feels very, very lukewarm. It's like, bro, you mean to tell me, like, first of all, I should have felt like Legends ZA itself should have deserved 30 minutes. And then you could have done the next 30 minutes for all that extra stuff. And then, of course, you're getting updates about, Pokemon Concierge is getting more episodes on Netflix. I don't care about Pokemon White Lotus. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care about these things. Like, it's a lot.
Your 6 was mighty kind. This is a 3 to me at best. This was, we didn't expect the Pokemon TCG to make as much money as it did. And since it did, we don't got to try because we'll still print money. All we'll do is hit the arcades button. Boop.
And that's exactly what they did. They released the new pack the same day. It's like, bro,
oh my gosh.
You can't make this up, bro. You can't make this up.
The god of Pokemon, What's that one that they liked? What's that? Our Pokemon version of Shenron? Oh, Rayquaza. Like it's you let them off easily. You let them off easy, in my opinion.
Yeah, because like I was like, bro, how? Because you remember the art that I kept sharing in the group. It's like, bro, how are your fans putting more effort than you? Like, bro, some of them images had me teary eyed. I was like, bro, this is real.
That Feraligatr, that was a steel type or a rock type?
A poison type.
Poison? That was a poison?
A fan designed that.
But it goes back to what I'm saying, man. It's just like, bro, y'all are just leaving too much room for error for me. Like, yes, you're making money, and I feel like that's the thing that they're focusing on. But it's just like, bro, like, come on, don't let the quality dip so much.
But it's, I mean, again, we've seen it. It's like we've seen people like we've seen these developers over and over again. Like they'll pick the safe route every time. I'm like, I honestly, truly, and in my heart, believe that if the Pokemon TCG mobile hadn't done as well as it did, that Pokemon Day would have been an hour and a half in terms of length of presentation. They would have broken down every single mechanic of Legends ZA and why it's going to revolutionize the Pokemon series. Instead of a couple of snippets. I'm telling you. But Pokemon TCG made bread, printed money, and like you said, it ignited enough of those inner kids to our adult wallets, and people swipe, so they can get the satisfaction of a digital art. And I play mobile games, and I don't pay for any of those things. It is a PNG file. They don't even have proper battle mechanics in the Pokemon TCG yet. So that's where I'm at on that. I just, to me, I'm like, Pokemon has just not got to the point of like, hey, you can get with it or get out. Because as long as we got some printed money, I don't care to try. I don't want to try. And it looks like I don't have to try. Sorry. So when you get this Legends ZA, Legends ZA, that runs at 720 frames per second, struggling to hit 30 frames per second. Sorry, 720p, struggling to hit 30 frames per second, with just as many glitches and crashes as Scarlet and Violet, despite having an extra year of development. Hey, Scarlet and Violet still sold millions of copies, right? So we're right back where we started.
Bro.
Right back where we started.